What is it about plants that allows them to not only survive, but thrive in conditions like this? I mean, I don't know about you, but in order to go outside and film this, I gotta get all bundled up. And to think of staying outside all winter, bare naked, wow, you gotta hand it to plants. So today we're gonna take a look at what the secret is to their ability to survive when temperatures plummet. I think you'll be amazed, impressed, and surprised. So let's do this. Knowing how plants handle the cold is crucial for 3 reasons: choosing the right plants, planting them at the right time, and protecting them from harsh winter weather. And be sure to stick around until the end, where we'll explore the surprising benefits of really cold temperatures. First up is Thermonasty, a fascinating way that plants respond to temperature changes. But what the heck is Thermonasty? Well, imagine a tulip opening its petals wide when it's warm and sunny. Then, as evening falls and temperatures drop, plants like tulips and crocuses do their dance, opening up to the sun and closing for the night. This is Thermonasty in action, helping plants capture sunlight and conserve energy. This adaptation not only helps them absorb sunlight by day, but also reduces energy loss during cold nights. Next, let's look at another survival strategy: natural antifreeze. Now, if you thought antifreeze was only something necessary to keep your car from freezing up in the winter, think again. Plants and animals in cold climates survive because they have natural antifreeze proteins that prevent ice from forming inside their bodies. Without these proteins, they would suffer damage or even die. When temperatures drop, the water inside plant cells freezes and expands, which can rupture the cell walls and cause the cells to burst. Many vegetables like kale, carrots, beets, and leeks can produce their own antifreeze. This lowers the freezing point of the liquid in their cells, protecting them from damage and allowing them to survive the winter. Which means you get to enjoy a longer harvest. Now let's talk about the third survival strategy: regulating Turgor pressure and its role in plants surviving bitter cold. Picture a plant cell filling with water, which creates Turgor pressure, just like inflating a balloon. This pressure helps keep the plant upright and healthy. When winter arrives and temperatures drop, plants lower their Turgor pressure, causing their leaves and stems to wilt. What does this remind you of? A deflating balloon. Now, looking at the plant, you might think it was failing, but this wilted state actually helps them avoid freezing. Well, it's a plant's way of protecting itself. And the fourth method? Energy conservation. Sounds a little vague, right? Well, let me explain. During winter, plants lower their metabolic activity to save energy. They might even enter a dormant state, which slows down growth and uses less energy. When warmer weather returns, so does their metabolic activity. It's like bears, which hibernate in winter by reducing their metabolic activity and relying on fat reserves for energy. This dormancy is important for survival, allowing both plants and bears to save resources until spring, when they can start growing and being active again. Another example of energy conservation is how rhododendrons curl their leaves to form a thicker layer of cells. By doing this, they reduce water loss, conserve energy, and protect themselves from cold stress. To wrap things up, Winter survival is an incredible achievement for plants. Thermonasty, natural antifreeze, regulating turgor pressure, and energy conservation are just a few of the smart strategies they use to thrive in the cold. So the next time you see tulips blooming in the morning sun or crocuses pushing through the snow, remember how these plants use their survival methods to make it through the winter. Their knack for adapting means they will thrive again come spring, hinting that the warmth of spring is just ahead. Now, earlier in the video, we learned how some plants survive freezing conditions by evolving clever ways to protect themselves. So, as promised, let's learn about the positive side of really cold temperatures. As the temperature drops, plants produce enzymes that turn starch into sugars. This lowers the freezing point of the liquid in their cells, and guess what? It also makes these veggies taste sweeter. You'll notice this most in root vegetables like parsnips, beets, and turnips, which store starch. Even sweet potatoes, which aren't usually frost hardy, benefit from this when their tubers are insulated by, say, soil. Leafy greens like kale and Brussels sprouts also taste better after a light frost because the sugars help balance out the bitterness. But there is one exception: potatoes. Too much sugar can make them mushy and overly sweet. But for most winter vegetables, frost actually enhances the flavor. Now, what's the best part? By waiting a little longer to harvest, you can enjoy the natural sweetness that frost adds to your veggies. If you have any questions or want to share your winter gardening tips, drop a comment below. I do my very best to reply to every comment, and I'd love to hear from you. Meanwhile, keep your hands in the dirt and your eyes on the stars. Cheers!